Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to another video. As promised a while ago, a long time ago, I was going to shoot another video showing how I mounted my drift camera to the i4 mask. And I was finally able to acquire another mask to show you step by step how I mounted the mount that was included in the drift package. So the first thing that you're going to need to do is to basically just take out the lens, just to make it a little bit easier for the whole process. Okay, now with the lens gone, you basically just peel this section back like so and try and get the emblem from the back, and it should easily come out just like this one. Put that to the side, and I'll just do one side for now. Now what I used was the curved mount, because it offers more of a surface to adhere to the mask than the flat one. So what I basically did was figure out the appropriate angle for the mount without covering too much of the lens or touching the lens at all, so that I would be able to switch lenses without worrying about changing the integrity of the mount. So basically I just eyeballed it, about this much, just before it reaches the edge of the visor, as well as not sticking out too much. And basically what I did was pressed it down to leave an impression on the back of the mount. Okay. Now, I don't know if you can tell. Oh, let me see if I can get a good angle. There's a little bit of an impression right there. Now, what I then did was take the logo where it was, like that. All right. And I took a pen and basically marked where the circumference of the emblem is, so I know what to take out. Basically what I'm going to do after I mark it with a pen is to use an X-Acto knife to take out the adhesive on the inside, just to give me a little bit more room to push the mount in. So basically after you mark the circle and use the X-Acto knife to start cutting, what I also used was this little tool that I have to basically scrape the middle, to help me scrape it out. And what I was left with was a mount like this. So I still have the adhesive on the outside and a hollowed out center. And this is where I'm going to put the crazy glue. I was careful not to put too much so that when I attach it to the mask, it didn't bleed out of this circular area. Again, the reason I wanted to do that was so that if I wanted to take the mount out and put the emblem back, that it would still look as if it was the way it came. I didn't want to do any permanent damage or modification to the mask. Okay, now last minute change. One thing that I also wanted to show is, if you happen to mess up with the original mount, you can actually buy more mounting squares. This one was the only one I found. I was hoping for a 3M, but this Scotch one was actually pretty good. What I wanted to do was to get either extra strength, but this one was permanent, and it actually came in little squares to make it a little bit easier to take out that thing in the middle. And I'm actually using the old mount that you saw a few seconds ago, because hey, you know, might as well reuse it. The mount held really well until I decided to take it out. I didn't need it anymore, and just decided to hold on to it. So this is the adhesive squares that I'm using. I just placed it on top, used the pen to shape it to the size of the mount, and I actually took out the center already before I placed it in the mount. Now, if you wanted to be a little bit more reserved in applying the super glue or crazy glue, this one is something that you can get. This one comes in and with an applicator, so if you were unsure about placing the drops, you can certainly do that as well. So now for the install. So just put a light layer right there. I'm sorry in advance if I happen to not catch it on video. Okay, now that it's there, I'm just gonna peel this off. I'm holding it with one hand. It's got to be careful in touching the adhesive now. All right, I decided to just leave it right there, one square, and just basically line it up before I press down. And make sure it's at the angle that I want. Okay, and there we go. And just wait a few seconds. I'm actually pressing down in the middle where the emblem was, as well as the back, just to give it like a more of a hold. Now, because the mask is curved, you'll notice that's part of the adhesive will come off. So I just want to make sure I maximize everything and give it that hold. And here we are, the waiting game. Okay, so here you go. And I'll be repeating it on the other side. Okay, now I actually did something a little bit different with the other mount. I decided to break it up first before applying it and just individually put it there on the mount. So for this one, I'm just going to peel it off now before I apply the glue, so that it'll be a lot easier for me to do it in one hand. Now, it says permanent, and it should be somewhat similar to the adhesive that these mounts originally came with, but the mounts plus the crazy glue should hold up. Maybe put a little bit more, like it's going to spill out. All right. Then if I do it this way, so I could line it up, use the light. One life when the loose is all on a bet. One chance, put your fear and do not forget. One life when the loose is all on a bet. One chance, put your fear and do not forget. Okay, so here it is. Here's the camera. Here is the mount. Quick connect. And here we go. I'm ready to go. So, thank you again for watching my videos. Thank you for taking the time to like it, comment, giving me some advice or some criticism. I appreciate that, and see you out there in the field. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks.